I heard like a ticking noise, like an audible air leak, and it changes with as the engine warms up. This is the passenger side or the right side. That's the manifold that I replaced, the one with the extra bracing on it. Something telling me it's the gasket, because the aftermarket gaskets, the conventional style, they've been known to blow out after a while, especially if you don't retorque, and I did not retorque. The OEM style, the metal gaskets, those things are bulletproof. So if it is the gasket, I saved the old one. I'm gonna just put it back in because I gotta drive to. I'm in Virginia, Central Virginia. I gotta drive to Maryland in a few hours. So I think I could get this done by then. All right, as you can see, I removed the exhaust manifold heat shield without that nut. I actually started to unbolt that nut, so it wasn't loose. But I removed the heat shield without undoing the engine mount, without jacking up the vehicle, and none of that. All right. So just to show you, you can remove the heat shield without messing with the mounts. I didn't even undo the doggone O2 sensor. All right. I did not find, there was no cracks in it. Let me see if you can see the extra brace. Yeah, there you go. See, there's the extra bracing on this exhaust manifold and catalytic converter combo. That's a bracing to help prevent cracks. Again, there's no cracks in it. I checked, put my hand up there, didn't feel anything, didn't see anything. Even had my little mirror under there. But I'm still hearing a noise. It does not sound like it's coming from the driver's side, from the left side, but I could be wrong. I really believe this gasket is the culprit. So what I'm going to try to do is, again, I got to leave for Maryland in a few hours, and started this tear down at 12. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull all the nuts off. I'm going to pry the manifold from the engine, from the head, and I'm going to inspect the gasket. If the gasket is, actually, you know what? I got the old gasket, so I'm going to put it back on. You really should not reuse a crush type gasket, but what the hell. If this one showed any signs of leaking, it will be better than this one. All right, let's see what happens. All right, I ended up having to unbolt the mount or the cradle from the engine block. These are the 4 bolts. And I loosened up the ones that mounted to the frame just to give it some play. And I ended up having, you have to, there's no way around it. You gotta jack the doggone vehicle up. There's no way around, I mean, you gotta jack the engine up. There's no way around it. But as you can see, I got the manifold away from the head, and I got the gasket out. And guess what? It's just as I thought. It blew the gasket. See? Hopefully you could see it on film. It's real humid. It's been raining off and on, but I wanted to get this done. I know I sound like a broken record, but Maryland is on. It took me 2 hours. I started at 12. It's now 2:04 or something. But this is a gasket, and it blew out right there. See? It's almost like a ceramic crap. It's sandwiched in between, and it blew out. Yep, so do not use any gaskets that look like this. All right, this is not what you want to use. I'll show you what you want to use in a second. All right, I'm back. Excuse my shaky hands, but this is the gasket you want to use. See, it's a multi-layer stainless steel gasket. All right, this is the OEM factory style. If you blow this thing out, you must be running boost or something. But again, do not use this crappy piece of crap. All right, it will give you horrors. I blew that thing out. How many miles do I have on that manifold? You know what? I want to give you exact numbers, and I wrote everything down. I keep a maintenance log of the old girl. So what I'm gonna do is, somewhere just happened. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at the maintenance log, and I'm giving you the exact mileage that I have on this. But this gasket has been to Pennsylvania, up to the mountains, hauled multiple trailers with the old girl to Tampa, Florida, and back. And it just blew about, I want to say 2 weeks ago. All right, but again, this is what you want. All right, so I'm gonna stick the old one back in, and once I stick the old one back in, I'm gonna button it up, go inside the house, yeah, ring camera, take a shower, get dressed, and head on up to Maryland. The time is now 3:31, and I'm done. It took me 3.5 hours to swap out the exhaust manifold gasket. Another 30 minutes I could have had the exhaust manifold out, so it's a 4-hour job to swap a manifold for a catalytic converter. Again, do not use this doggone aftermarket exhaust manifold. Use an OEM style. Preferably get one from Nissan, from the parts dealership. From the parts counter. All right. See, he blew out the old one. And I was hearing the ticking noise, and I was concerned. I was worried that it was the new manifold, but the new manifold is looking just as good as the day I put it in. All right, good luck.